is Martin, and I'm going to be doing a video to explain the most meaningful moment that I observed in the classroom that I was mentoring in. One meaningful moment that really stands out to me during my practicum was when a child became overwhelmed in the classroom. They were struggling with the activity at hand to the point where they became so frustrated that they peed on themselves. In this moment, the educator was trying to support the child, be there for them, and was able to eventually calm them down by doing some calming steps and just building up their confidence, letting them know that they can do it, and that, sometimes we all can get overwhelmed, but they are capable of completing the assignment like everyone else. The child was very anxious and unable to, cope with the activity at hand at the moment. But those empowering words that the teacher, gave to the child helped a lot. She was like, "You can do this. Let's take your time. Let's start over. You're doing great. It's coming out so nicely. Let's just take a breath." And, during that time of getting himself together and the time she was spending with him really helped a lot, because throughout the rest of the time that I was in the classroom, he was very happy. And you can tell that this does happen a lot with children, especially around that age. They get overwhelmed and anxious. They try to race and compete when another kid finishes before, or it comes out differently. They tend to, feel a bit insecure. So the teacher was building him up. And what stood out to me the most in that moment was how the educator was very calm, and she was able to provide emotional support because she was calm to the child who was dealing with a vulnerable moment. As an educator, and a parent, that was something great to see, because I am learning from the teacher at hand, and sometimes it could get a little overwhelming for us. We want the child to succeed, and it could get a little frustrating when they're having a hard time and you don't know what should you do to help them. So this helped me see that remaining calm and taking it step by step, being calm, showing them you're calm, would definitely help out the child in a hard time. So it's very good to stay calm at all times, especially dealing with that type of situation. So I would say the building the confidence and building up their, help the child a lot. This aligns best with the practices because in early childhood education, because it supports child's emotional development and creating a nurturing and calm environment for the child to properly develop all the things really did help. Yes, keeping them calm is something it's best, especially I've never I work in a younger age group, which is kind of a totally different thing, but out of this whole experience of this meaningful moment and being in the classroom, I learned to, have empathy as an educator and a person that, the child trusts and the parent trusts. You need to have empathy, you need to have patience in order to even help the child, help yourself. And, especially looking at this past as an educator, as a parent, it was great to see, how nurturing she was. She doesn't have any children, but you would think, she does, by how she was nurturing the child to even gain his composure back. They were very upset and anxious, and it was a very meaningful moment for me that stuck out to me a lot. So thank you for listening.